Lewis, for instance.
What about her?
Well, she's my local political reporter at the moment.
You don't fire somebody and then 2 weeks later ask them back to be the moderator of a panel on the television station they were just fired from.
My game, Dorian. My game.
Oh, dear, I am so thrilled that you are so happy to have her back.
You know something? She was such an attraction on your station. I've never understood exactly why you let her go.
Impulse? Just, whimsy on my part. You know the way I am. Well, moment of truth.
I think I need a little more time to deliberate. Will you say hello and get out?
Sure. Hello, boss. Hello, ex-boss.
Hi.
Why, for goodness sakes, what a surprise. I had no idea the two of you were here.
Good to see you, Edwina. Herb?
Yeah.
I trust that you have relayed anything new and juicy on the Bowden case to my report.
Nothing new, nothing at all. Well, just wanted to say hello.
Herb, have you seen Kathy lately? You obviously have. But you've chosen to confide in Edwina here instead of in me.
Look, why don't I give you a call later? We'll talk.
No, why don't you sit down and stay for a few minutes and tell me about this so I don't have to be worried all day long.
All right.
Herb, why don't you take my chair and I'll go back to the office with Edwina.
For that one course, Cassie seems to be handling all her other courses.
Back from lunch momentarily, Mr. O'Neill.
Okay, why don't I wait in the office?
Surely. Hello, Harry.
Oh, hello, Vicky.
Obviously, you two have met. Oh, yes, we most certainly have. Thank you very much. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was worried I wouldn't find a parking space down here. I found one right off.
Well, I came early in case you did.
Okay, all we need is the attorney. I can't believe this. I can't even talk about it.
Well, then let me say it for you. Now that all the financing has been arranged, there only remains to sign the papers, hand over the check, and then...
I think I have to sit down. Oh, is this your kitty?
My kitty.
Okay. Hit me with it.
And then Mr. Harry O'Neill becomes the president and the general manager of the Lord Manning Company. You're going to be just fine as a company president.
Yeah? How come I'm nervous, scared, and feel like I'm going to break out in a cold sweat?
Well, I expect that represents all the years you put in at the factory. You've worked very hard and sweated to get this far.
You want a full confession?
If you'd like.
Yeah, I need to make one because I don't think I'm ready for this at all. There is nothing about the manufacturing of pumps that makes me anxious. I know the whole operation backwards and forward, inside out, and in the dark. But all of this new stuff that comes with a full title, that makes me sweat.
What, do you mean public relations and sales?
Yeah.
Why are you discounting your natural charm?
My natural charm.
Oh, Harry. Come on, you're very popular. Everybody likes you and respects you and enjoys your company just as much as I do.
I appreciate...
Come on now, Harry. My brother-in-law, Beau. He found you so appealing he gave up his identity and his family just to move in with you. And then he did everything he could to help you get to this day.
I appreciate his confidence, and I appreciate yours, but filling your father's shoes...
Now, my father was as comfortable in the shipping room as he was in the boardroom. You remember that?
Yeah, but he had experience in both places. Me, I gotta learn.
But you will. You'll learn easily and quickly. It'll be on-the-job training, and you will do beautifully.
Thanks. You want to make that speech to me every morning before I go to work?
Oh, Harry, I doubt you'll need it. But I do want you to know that I'm always there to help you if you need it.
Well, thanks. Now, where's Herb Callison now that you got me all pumped up and ready to sign? By the time he gets here, it'll be a wreck again.
Vicky, we'll sign right here.
Okay.
Harry, your signature goes right below that.
Okay. Still can't believe this is happening.
And that, good people, is that.
Shouldn't there be
Except for Harry to hand the check over to Vicky.
There should be a trumpet fanfare or something.
I think some sort of a celebration is definitely in order. I tell you what, Harry, you hold on to that check, and you can give it to me at some little ceremony that we'll have at the plant.
Hey, that's a terrific idea. The workers would love it. When?
Well, then, I don't know. Why don't you come to Land Fair for dinner this evening if you have no other plans, and we'll discuss it.
Sure.
Good. Herb, would you join us? We'd love to have you.
Oh, thank you, dear. I have to work tonight. Just don't let him hold on to that check too long. He'll be losing a lot of interest.
Well, I got to tear back to the factory and let out a whoop for everyone.
Yeah.
We'll see you tonight, then, about 7.
Yeah, Herb. Thanks for everything. Your rates are a little high, but that's okay.
Harry, remember, you're the boss now.
I am the boss.
To what do I owe this warm greeting?
I'm deliriously happy.
Oh, at the mere sight of me?
No, of course not. I just came from Herb Callison's office. Harry and I signed the papers today.
Doggone it, I forgot that was today, wasn't it?
Well, that's because we hardly have any conversation anymore between good morning and good night.
Well, I will be glad when November 6th is passed. This election coverage is grueling.
Speaking of gruel, you will be home for dinner tonight, won't you?
Sorry.
Oh, honey. I invited Harry over to celebrate. We're going to plan some sort of ceremony for the plant.
Well, you have a wonderful time. Oh, turn on the TV around 5:30, will you? Because there you will find your husband asking the local candidates some very probing questions.
I forgot about that. You're going to moderate the WVLE political forum.
Tell you what,
What?
I'll have my secretary make up a copy of my schedule for you.
And I'll have mine make up a copy of mine for you. Oh, honey, I miss you so much.
Clint, I'll come back.
No, come on in here. Vicky was just leaving.
Well, saying goodbye.
Well, I tell you, sometimes I feel a bit like a wife saying goodbye to her submariner. See you around, sailor.
Then don't worry, we only have to elect a president once every 4 years. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Forget about the presidents. What about the local officials?
All right, well, I've written out some...
Car keys? Shoot, I can't leave if I can't find them. Come on, buddy.
Bo,
Yeah.
Are your keys on a little silver keychain?
Yeah.
With the initials BB on them?
Yeah.
Do they look like this?
Well, what do you know? Yeah. Where'd you find these?
Right on the foyer table, in plain sight, where you left them, and blaming innocent children. Shame on you.
Well, what a place to hide them. I'm not thinking straight. I'm sorry. My head's just not even screwed on
Well,
straight.
it doesn't show. In fact, you look very debonair.
Well, thank you. I'm on my way to pick up Dee Dee, and then it's onward to Becky's and Paul's house for some dinner.
Oh.
Yeah. Becky, bless her heart, she's gonna make one last-ditch effort to bring Asa around before the wedding.
Well, it might work, you know. Your father has been known to listen to reason.
Yeah, after somebody smacks him right between the ears with a nice 2x4 or something.
Come on, you never know. Considering the soothing effects of a pleasant dinner, a little wine, a little music.
A few sparks flying around the room.
No, maybe not. Becky and Dee Dee are both very charming women, and Becky handles your father better than anybody, but I'll keep my fingers crossed for you anyway.
Thank you. Thank you.
If it weren't for such a worthy cause, I would ask you to change your plans, but...
Why?
Well, I've invited Harry O'Neill over for dinner. We're going to work up some sort of a ceremony to celebrate the transfer of ownership of Lord Manning.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. You know, it seems like just yesterday that we started talking about all that.
Doesn't it, though? But this afternoon, Harry and I signed the final papers. In fact, Harry and I just left Herb's office a while ago.
These arrangements are all completed.
Signed, sealed, and almost delivered. Harry's going to save the check until the ceremony.
Great, great. Do me a favor. You know, this ought to be something that all those people are going to remember for the rest of their lives.
Oh, absolutely. Full page spread in the banner.
In just the banner?
Well, I hardly think the London Herald would be interested.
What about nationwide coverage
Oh,
of this?
honey, that's not appropriate now.
Vicky, do you, here, come here. Why not? This is big news. This is a huge news item. You know, this is not just like two owners, one selling to the other, and two big shots shaking hands. The workers of this company have purchased it. That doesn't happen every day. That's what I mean. It's a big, big news item, especially after everything those folks have come through.
Mm-hmm.
Vicky, those people at Lord Manning, they can be an inspiration to every worker that's in this country. All those folks down there at Pa's Tucson plant, If they'd have had the chance to buy that plant, you know they would have done it. And right now, they might be in the black and not under blacktop, under a parking lot there.
Well, I think you're serious. You really would like to see every newspaper in the United States give this coverage.
Yes, I would, and so would you. Admit it.
Well, yes, someday, but not now, darling. Not now. After all, look, they need capital for modernization. And besides, Harry and the steering committee have to come up with some new product lines, so I don't think they're eligible for the who's who of the pump plants yet.
I know, I'm glad that you brought that up because I wanted to talk to Harry. I've got some new ideas of my own.
Well, there'll be other times.
Okay, do you think maybe he's going to hang around after dinner? Because if we can break away from Ace's and Becky's in time, we can come by here, just sit around, have an after-dinner drink.
Don't
talk.
cut your dinner with Asa and Becky short. You never know. You might have a wonderful time.
Yeah, that's a long shot. That's what that is.
That's right. You go expecting trouble. You're going to get it. That's a terrible attitude.
No, I am just being realistic.
Maybe.
There are no maybes involved in this thing. What, are you kidding me? Clint tried to talk to the old man.
Well, he said he was going to. What happened?
Well, the old man didn't even listen. I mean, Clint talked till he was breathless. Nothing. Asa never heard him. It's par for the course.
And you're a born listener, are you?
Maybe hard noses just happen to run in this family.
Yeah, now you've got it. You know something? The Buchanans who aren't full-headed are pig-headed.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Well, tell me, just which category do you fall in there, Ms. Buchanan?
You give my love to Becky and Asa. I'm bull-headed. Sweetheart.
Oh, my, don't you look nice.
Thank you.
You still working on that anniversary edition?
Yes, actually, I'm looking for something right now. How are you, then? How's it going at Buchanan Enterprises?
Don't ask. I survived my first week.
Was it that bad?
Actually, no, but it is cramping my style a bit. You can't use a dictaphone wearing earrings. Bracelets? I almost caught the safety clasp in the copier. And as for long dangling necklaces, my typewriter has had its last snap.
Well, look at you. You look more efficient already.
Oh, thank you. I'm thinking of getting running shoes. You know how much I walked this week?
Yeah, you seem healthy enough, my dear.
Vicki, it's a madhouse there.
I'm sure it is. I think poor Asa misses Chuck being there to pour good Texas crude on the water that Asa troubles.
Well, he's taking it out on everybody, that's for sure. I wish you could have seen the women in the research department. He had one of them in tears.
What happened?
She brought him a statement of actual earnings versus projected income. He didn't like the numbers, and he started yelling. She quit. I guess she figured his next command was going to be to shoot the messenger.
Well, we hire her tomorrow.
Is that the way he operates?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the tip.
I gather you haven't had a run-in with Asa yet.
You're right, but I've seen the results. It didn't even take him an hour to break that girl.
And that's not going to happen to you, is it?
I can handle Asa Buchanan.
Just how do you propose to do that?
I'm not afraid of the big bad wolf.
Harry! Thank you, Heron. Come in, come in.
Thanks.
You remember Tina Clayton, don't
Of
you?
course. How are you, Tina? Nice
Hi.
to see you. Oh, looking at the good old days again, huh?
Yeah, just some old pictures. Oh, am I in the way?
No, darling, not at all. Harry, sit down.
Thanks.
No, we are going to discuss some very pleasant business. We signed the final papers for the worker buyout of Lord Manning this afternoon.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we think so, too.
And we're here to plan a little ceremony to mark the transition.
I think that that's really something what the workers are doing with that factory.
Well, maybe you'd like to come. Well, your grandfather's a Manning. We'd have a Lord, we'd have a Manning, and all the workers.
Yes, and one president of one corporation, Harry O'Neill.
In his little brown suit. Well, Tina, what do you think?
Are there any more like you at Lord Manning?
I sure hope not.
No, he's one in a million.
Not exactly what I meant. I mean, are there any more people left that worked there when my grandfather ran the factory?
Well, yeah. A lot of people have been there over 20 years. Let's have a look. Yeah. Here's Myrtle, of course. She's been there forever. here, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's me. Here's Lem Olson. Here's Frank Nelson. A whole bunch of people.
I think I'd like to come then.
Well, it's going to be in the middle of the week. Do you think you can get time off?
I can always ask Asa.
Oh, I think he'll let you have a few hours.
You know, I'm really exhausted. Would you mind if I didn't join you for dinner? Just took a tray up and went to bed early?
Of course not, darling. Not at all.
Okay, thanks.
You're
Sleep
welcome.
well.
See ya.
Good night.
Night.
Well, Harry, it looks like it's just the two of us for dinner.
Mm-hmm. Well, I knew Bo wasn't going to be here.
No, I know. He told me. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that his dinner with Asa goes well.
Yeah, Clint. What about Clint?
I was hoping he would be here, but the election coverage is taking up all of his time, and tonight he's moderating a political forum for WVLE.
Oh.
Remember the day they put the new sign up?
Yeah, Lord Manning Enterprises Incorporated, 1964. Kapinski.
Mm-hmm.
That was the guy with the little hands. He did all that delicate work.
I remember how carefully he outlined each letter in gold
I
leaf.
remember how fragile that stuff was.
Yes, because I was the one who sneezed and sent the gold leaf flying every place. I will never forget that day.
Me neither. You know why? Because a little piece of it got on my shirt, and when I got home, Kathleen marveled over it and over it and over it, and Dee Dee said that Lord Manning must be lined with gold.
Oh, my goodness, what dreams we all started out with.
Well, why not? Some of them came true. Here we are, talking about the workers owning the plant, and that sign is still there.
You know, Harry, it just occurred to me, do the workers want to keep that name? After all, Lord Manning is now their factory.
Well, I heard some rumors, but nobody wants to do that. There's too much affection and respect for your father and for Al Manning. No need to. There's no point to change it either. Lord Manning has a reputation for delivery and reliability.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wipe away what you draw on.
I'm very glad to hear that. I know. I want to show you something else.
I know who that is. That's your dad. I remember that jacket, sure.
I was thinking of using this picture to have a portrait painted from, and then to unveil the portrait at the 50th anniversary celebration of the banner. What do you think?
I think that's a grand idea. I think it's fine of you to honor your father that way. I hope my girls do the same thing for me when I go.
Of course they will. They love you dearly, and they know that that love is returned.
Well, I've been lucky in my children.
Yes, you have. I sometimes wonder if fathers and daughters don't have an easier time loving and respecting each other than fathers and sons.
Why would you think that?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, look at Clint and Bo and Asa. They never stop competing.
Coronal is due here any...
Hello, sweetheart.
Something in the paper bothering you?
Oh, it's this whole mess around the Bowden trial.
I heard Captain Hall had a shootout with him, or something.
Yes. Ed claims that he's shot in self-defense after Bowden shot at him. Of course, no gun was found. And then Michelle Bowden, who witnessed the whole thing, gave a sworn statement saying that her father was not armed.
Did Captain Hall do something he shouldn't have?
No, I cannot believe that. I just don't believe that Ed Hall would shoot someone in cold blood.
He was awfully close to Samantha, but...
Well, even so, he wouldn't do it.
Well, I only met Michelle once, but there's something awfully strange about her.
Yes, you're right. She is a little strange. But to lie about something like this, I just don't know. I was just feeling sorry for poor Carla. She can hardly be enjoying her re-election as district attorney now that she has to investigate Ed Hall. Well, should we go to breakfast?
Yes.
Are you going to take the whole day off to go to Lord Manning to the celebration or not?
No, I have to go right back to work.
Oh.